So, you know, I am such a die-hard Transformer alternator lines that I am one step closer to finishing my collection of the alternators. I'm missing about 6 figures. This is basically one step further to get to my goal, and this is number 27. Yeah, so this is a San Diego Comic-Con convention from 2007. So obviously I never went to the convention. I always wanted this, and now I own it, and it's amazing. And we'll get to him in a second. And in fact, actually, I was so happy about getting this that I was so happy about getting the alternator hot rod that I bought hot rod from the Studios 86, and then we're gonna compare him to the original hot rod from 1986. So first of all, it comes with 2 guns, and then his the original hot rod was very simple to transform, but that's how it was back in the day. And so basically, I think I can probably just do it. Again, I haven't read instruction or anything, but yeah, this is pretty much it. Yeah, look at this. I think this. I'm sure the hood pushes down. I just don't know how. Oh, that is his pants. So I think. Oh, there we go. Huh, interesting. So that is the original Hot Rod. As you know, Hot Rod in the movie 1986 movie, he actually became the leader of the Autobot, and he transformed into Rodimus Prime. But before he was just a regular old Hot Rod. God, this back is awful. I think this might go up, maybe. Oh, I see. This flips up. Oh, okay, that makes sense. There you go. That is Hot Rod. It's very simple to transform, but the key thing is his hooded helmet, or his kind of like he has a hood on his head. He has wings, yellow wings, and yeah, pretty. And his color of red and kind of orange. And of course, he has the hot rod pipes here, and the engine, the engine that protrudes from the back. Alright, so that's the original hot rod. Alright, so the Studio Series 86 hot rod. Now, originally I was not going to get this. I thought $30 was a lot to ask for, especially because his size is about the same size as Runamuck or Runabout. Same size as Jazz, but the problem is Jazz is 20 bucks, he is 30 bucks. So basically, it's greed on Hasbro's part, because they figured this is a $20 figure, but we need to sell, we need to make some money. So they package him with a bunch of useless accessories and then charge 30 bucks for this. So originally I passed up on him, but because I got Rodimus from my Alternator series collection, I figured I had to have this just to compare. So side, here's the back art, and yeah. So far, I have really loved the 86 Studio Series. I think it's probably my favorite so far that Studio Series has put out. The attention to detail, such as this Jazz figure, is just amazing. This is like a $20 figure, and actually I paid less at Walmart. Walmart actually sold it for cheaper. So yeah, really awesome figure. Okay, so he comes with all these accessories. Like I said, I'm not going to use any of them. It does come with a dual weapons and a spinning wheel, like a pizza slicer for a hand, if you want to choose to use that. And then these energy particle effects, which is, you know, whatever. And then the matrix, which I really wish the matrix would fit into his chest. It's the same matrix as from the Optimus Prime that was released earlier. Pretty much that's all there is. Basically, all these extra accessories are $10 extra. So, you know what? This is so much better than the original toy. As you can see here, it is miles apart. This is more movie accurate. It looks like from the movies. This is very clunky. We'll set them aside. But yeah, this, like I said, I've really enjoyed the Studio Series 6, the Studio series because they're really, their goal is to make accurate depiction of what you see on the screen to plastic, and it's, like I said, I'm amazed at the detail. Look at this. And the engineering to this guy is amazing too. This like flip, 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 flop. I mean, it's amazing. It's like there's no like open, exposed hand. When I say that, I mean I really dislike modern Transformer for that. See, for Jazz, you see his hand. I mean, could they just maybe print a little, you know, flap or something? Because this hollow hand really annoys me. This, how they did it, I mean, I guess for 30 bucks they should offer, there we go. Look at this. That's how you hide the hand. I mean, I guess this is the extra 10 bucks. Or maybe I have to flip it the other way. Yeah. That's how you hide it. I mean, that's incredible. They should have done that with Jazz. Anyway, so I'm going to transform him. Check this out. This is so complicated. So I just folded his legs up. But on the back here, you pull this out, and then you pull this whole part out from behind him. Flip this up. Oh my goodness. Flip this out, and then rotate this so that this engine is on the top of the hood, and then you fold his head inside like so, and then that's how you hide his head, so you can see through the windshield. But the engineering to this is just outrageous. And oh, you know what? Look at this. You have to take this out. Hang on a second. Okay, you have to take these flaps out. This is incredible. So now you have a full, I mean, anyway, I gotta figure out the rest of this, but I don't read instructions when I do these. I like to kind of try to solve this like a puzzle, trying to figure out how to get from robot to car. Okay, so here is Studio Series Hot Rod versus the original Hot Rod toy. Very similar, but obviously one looks more cartoony, which is this one. And then this is the still very similar though. Now you compare that to Alternators Hot Rod, which is amazing. This Alternator Hot Rod is actually based on a real car, which is unheard of, because so this is officially licensed from Ford. They basically scaled this to, here's the, it says too hot. They scaled this 1 to 24 scale. So this is accurate in terms of a real life car. So if you multiply that 24 times, you get a real car. A real size car, I mean. So this is the Ford GT. And the problem with the Alternator series is that they could not get a lot of license for a lot of car companies. Car companies just didn't want to associate themselves with, you know, war toys, basically, or robots. Famously, Volkswagen did not work with Hasbro, so we could not get a Bumblebee, but we got Hot Rod, and it's really a shame this was a convention exclusive, because I've never seen it in stores, obviously. And if you were to buy it from the secondary market, it would have been really expensive because you would have had to pay someone to go to San Diego to buy this. Like I said, it's a really shame this was never released to mass market. Now there's another mode of this from Mirage, which is a black version of this car, but I don't have that car as well. Here you see the underside. That is his head, his hand. Everything's kind of nicely hidden because obviously. So his weapon is this pops up here. Okay, so his weapon is stored here. If I can take it out. It's really tight. Okay. So this is actually two guns. You separate this. Well, first of all, you transform one of the gun. And then these are the handles. And then you can break this apart. So this becomes one gun. This becomes the other gun. And very nice engineering because he does have dual guns. So this would kind of make sense. And since this is kind of the engine part of the car. Nothing back here that's too exciting. But as you can see, when we open up the doors, and the door does open up. Okay. Okay, we can see nice seat, very detail here. See, like kind of cushions on the seat. You get the steering wheel. Since this is a North American release, the steering wheel is on the left side here. Right here, that's the steering wheel. Very nice attention to detail. You got a cup holder. And you see if you can see any. This is such an amazing toy. Again, the Alternator series was basically made for collectors, and really not made for kids. So they were also very expensive. So at the time, like I said, I wanted a whole collection. Each one cost about $20 to $40, depending on where you get it from. And the wheels are made of rubber, chrome here. So much better than the these cheap wheels. I'm going to show you this cheap wheels on Jazz here. Well, I don't know if I can show it to you, but this wheel here is pegged in. Very cheap looking. This is so much nicer. Okay, so I guess with this type of car, there's exhaust here, and it's painted in the there's the Ford logo, lights. I guess this is where you put in gasoline. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so we can transform him, but he is very complicated to transform because again, the design to this is amazing, and the engineering, everything about it is really amazing. I mean, I can't speak too much about it. It's a hood, and then basically I'm going to transform him, but I'm going to do it off camera because this is very complicated. So we're almost complete to transform him in robot form, but before I I fully transform him. I just want to point out something, that the steering wheels, if you turn left or right, you notice the other wheel turns as well. That is because there's a lock-in mechanism down here. So when you transform him, you have to get this arrow to clip into here so that you can do this maneuver, this steering option. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so wow, so this clip here, basically the wheel has a pike that clips into here. So when you transform in, make sure it clips in here. Hey guys, so he doesn't come with the Matrix, but the Studio Series does come with the Matrix. So what I did is actually I took his Matrix and I put it in his chest, and these are flaps that opens up, and basically it's going to hold the Matrix in place so that Rodimus Prime has the Matrix in his chest, hiding it when you put down his hood. So now he is complete. He is Rodimus Prime, and this is amazing, especially because underneath him, oh well, the Matrix is falling out now. But basically, you can have these two panel hold down his Matrix. So that's really cool. I'll fix it a little later, but basically, you can have it in his chest, hiding behind there. Anyway, although he does come with his own weapons, which is his engine parts. What's cool is you can buy like these Weapon Master. This is Rung. He's kind of in the same color scheme of orange, but he turns into a weapon basically. And because Rodimus Prime does have articulated fingers, you can just have him hold this weapon like so. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Again, with the Matrix nicely tucked into his chest. You can get a 3D printer and maybe print a little part that this can peg in permanently if you wanted to, but for now I think it looks great. And then again, you can just close his chest. Okay, let's take a look at his head. Okay, so the cool thing about the Alternator series is this actually comes up a little. So we can, there we go. So you can see his eyes there, and there's this little glass that you can lift up, and you can see Hot Rod's face clearly. So this basically kind of like his visor. So it's kind of cool. So I think the visor is supposed to come up with this, or maybe not. But anyway, yeah, you can push down his visor there, or maybe you can just have it without his visor, and he just has his helmet. Nice option. Actually, yeah. So let's put the glasses down here. This is very hard to do. So yeah, I just pushed the transparent glasses over him. There you go. And then his helmet. Just a very nice head sculpt. Again, cannot believe this is a San Diego exclusive. Just an amazing figure. I did pay $50 for this, which I thought was a fantastic deal. I mean, considering that it's been sitting in somebody's basement for like 20 years or whatever. And man, I'm just really happy with the Matrix in there. That's really cool. So yeah, that's why we got the Studio Series Hot Rod, so I can get that extra Matrix put in this guy's chest. Basically, it's a $30 Matrix. Yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with this guy. I mean, he looks like no other Hot Rod, and I think, like I said, I love the design. I love that he turns into a realistic Ford GT, and he stands up pretty well. Okay, so one last thing about the Studio Series Hot Rod. He actually also has the same shade effect, so we can pull off the top of his head, and he has sunglasses underneath here. You'll flip over his eyes, and then you can close the helmet. So now he's wearing shades just like alternators. So we can take a look here. Yeah, like bros. Yeah, so obviously I'm not a fan of the original Hot Rod. I understand the importance and stuff, but his figure really pales in comparison to more of the modern stuff. Studio Series is actually really awesome. I wish they charged only $20 for this, but obviously Hasbro's got to be Hasbro. They got to be a little greedy. Yeah, but you know, he's such an important character in the 1986 movie. You know, because obviously to his ultimate transformation to becoming leaders of the Autobot, you know. And again, I kind of wish he can store the Matrix inside his chest or something, but there's no engineering for that. Alternators, Hot Rod or Rodimus, just simply amazing. Look at this, simply amazing. And yeah, he does look kind of funky, but you know, for the wheels though, I wish that like they would have designed his feet better. Maybe like hide this in the back and make this the front part of his legs. But this is how they chose to design him. Yeah, he looks like I said, absolutely amazing. I love this like his headlights here. Studio Series is also very good too. So I mean, if you can afford it, definitely pick it up. He's available at Walmart or Target right now, and along with Grimlock, if you can find him. Those are the only two. Well, I also have Jazz. So I only have 3 of the Studio Series movie, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pick up those 3, and that's it, and I'm done. If they release an Optimus Prime in the Studio Series for the '86 movie, I would definitely like to pick it up. I know Unicron is coming out from Hasbro Pulse, but that's out of my price reach. That's like $500 or something. But for now, Hot Rod is pretty awesome. Let's have all 3 kind of standing together. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Now, as a bonus, this is a blue version of the Robots in Disguise 2003, 2001 cartoon, and Hasbro actually repainted him red and orange like Hot Rod, and they couldn't call him Hot Rod even though he has the engine on top there with the flame logos and everything. But they couldn't name him Hot Rod because of some licensing issue. They didn't have the rights to call him Hot Rod. So, but you know, just keep in mind that this was painted in this color scheme, this red and orange color scheme. And so I would have had basically another Hot Rod in my collection if I had bought him originally, which I didn't because I thought it was just a silly repaint. But now I regret not buying it, but whatever. I'll find him. I will find all of them. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay, so just a thought on the Alternators. It's definitely my favorite Transformer series of all time, and I'm just saying that out of my opinion. It is so good. I mean, these are they're giant robots. They turn into realistic cars. They're actually all the cars are licensed, and you know, unfortunately, it was short-lived. But I mean, I love the series, and it's really sad to see it come to an end so early in its life, especially since Hot Rod was the last of the alternators. So this is, like I said, number 27, and he was the last of the alternators. I am missing a few alternators, but I will eventually own them all. And it's, like I said, it's really sad that the series went away. It's funny because, you know, you see like videos of people who have show off their Beast War collection or their G1 collection or whatever, but nobody ever talks about the alternators. And the alternators were so good. Is it because nobody collected this line? Is that why the line died so quickly in its life cycle? I think it only lasted 2 years, and then Hasbro called it quits. Like I said, one of the main reasons was they couldn't get licensed to a lot of the cars, and you know, it's really a shame. The car company should have been on board, or at least, you know. And anyway, so that's one of the reasons. Yeah, so I will try to finish my collection, but so far I love the alternator lines. It is the best Transformer, hands down.